Hi, I'm Angie. Welcome to RV 360 by National Indoor RV Centers, where we have all the details on the latest coaches. NIRVC is a trusted resource with RV lifestyle specialists who are here to help you find your dream coach. NIRVC also supports you well after the sale with storage, service, and detailing. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and I'm so happy to be here today to show you the 2025 Tiffin Allegro Red. This is the 33 AA floor plan. So this is 35 feet 2 inches long. Now I'm going to tell you a lot of stuff about this Tiffin. I'm so happy that you're here doing your research, but I've got some assignments for you. First of all, as much as I love to do these videos and teach you all about the coaches, what I love to do even more than that is sell coaches. So make sure that you give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers. We want to sell you your coach. We want to have customers for life. So make sure you give us that opportunity. And secondly, I don't want to hear that you don't live by one of National Indoor RV Center's locations. Currently, we have 6 across the country with more to come. We actually have a fly to buy program. So we will fly you in if you need to pick up your coach and take delivery. So that excuse is off the boards, okay? And thirdly, I want to let you know that I am going to do the walk around of the exterior of the coach first, and then I'll do the interior. But everything is broken down into chapters, so if you want to skip ahead, go ahead and do that. And lastly, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think of the video. If there's something I left out, if there's something that you'd like me to show more of, I would love to hear your comments. The feedback is a gift. That's how only way that my videos will get better. So thanks so much for adding your little comment after you finish watching. So look at the very top of the coach. You've got your marker lights, and then you've got this huge panoramic windshield that you get to see the country through. It's absolutely wonderful. If you've never sat in one of these, you need to come and try it out, because really your trip starts when you get behind the wheel. I promise you. Then we have our windshield wipers, beautiful design here on the front, our Tiffin logo, and then right here, this is not for your license plate. This is actually your adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation, all these safety features that are built into the Freightliner chassis, which the Allegro Red sits on. We have our automatic LED headlights and our marker lights. I do love that Tiffin automotively mounts their windshield so it looks nice and sleek. And then we've got our chrome exterior mirrors, which are internally controlled and heated. You just have to do the bottom part manually so you can get that right angle. So sit in the driver's seat, have your co-pilot help you out with that so that you can really use those mirrors to your advantage, so that they're super helpful. Now across the whole front cap, we want to protect this beautiful paint job. So we've got diamond shield that will protect it there, and then at your high entry spots like your entrance door, our marker light and marker light turn light here. Now this is kind of fun. So this is sort of your pet door here. You have a nice sturdy screen door with a reinforcement there behind it, so our pets can enjoy the outdoors while you're at the beautiful resort, just like you can. And then we have the Tiffin symbol here, emblem. I just love that. They've been making coaches for over 50 years. So Mr. Bob started an amazing company that's been going for 50 years, and quality built in from the very beginning. The Allegro Red sits on the Michelin 295 75 22.5 tires. So that bigger tire is going to give you a nicer ride. You've got the aluminum rims that are the Alcoa mirror polish. So keep them clean and they're going to look great all the time. At National Indoor RV Centers, we are super concerned with tire safety. We want to keep our customers on the road longer, safer. So we developed a product called Retro Band. You can go and check out my video on it. This product was developed, it's a run flat device, developed specifically for RVs and tested multiple times on RVs so that we know that it works. We've proven that it works. And I think every coach should have it. Go check out that video. Look at the beautiful exterior paint. This is a full paint with 3 coats of clear. This is the frosted granite exterior Gen 5. So you have 4 colors that you can choose from in Gen 5, which is this graphic package. And then you have 4 colors that you can choose from Gen 6. which is a different graphic package. So there's really 8 different exteriors. So that's really nice. Then this is the Noble Select all composite exterior sidewalls. It is impervious to water, resistant to the elements, and resistant to puncture or impact. This is the same sidewall, the same doors, everything the same from your Zephyr all the way down to your gas coaches. So we have the Girard entry door awning and then the Girard slide toppers, also the Girard side awnings. So these are great awnings. I downloaded the app from the Spider control panel to my phone here, so I can extend my door awning right from my phone. How handy is that? Now that I've extended the entry door awning, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my porch light and my door light and my entry light. So you can see those came on. So you have a safe entrance. You can use your phone as you walk up to your coach to turn on those lights. Just inside the door is the control for my big side awnings. So now we've got our awning extended, our lights on. So we've got a nice little area here for shade. What's up next? We ought to get out our TV, don't you think? So now we have our nice LG TV with the sound bar. We've got the quick charging port there at the top. So this is great. You can set out, get your cooler, your drinks, and your lawn chairs and enjoy the game underneath the nice shade of your awning. Note the beautiful frameless tinted windows all the way around the coach. Here is our diesel fuel fill for our 100-gallon diesel fuel tank. This is the passenger side. We also have it on the driver's side. Our first compartment here has our 6 AGM batteries, and we do have a pull out so we can easily service them. Next up is our big pass-through compartment. So this is on the straight rail chassis, which gives us some pass-through area here. So just to give you an idea, the opening to this compartment is about 22 inches. Now, once you get inside the compartment, you do have some more height available to you. So you can put some taller things in here. So you're looking at about 25 inches. Now, the actual pass-through is about 14 inches. So the tray does take about 2 inches of your pass-through, but look how easy it makes it to get to all of your goods. So easy, so quick. You'll be spoiled with this. So here, Tiffin has been kind enough to give us a whole set of pans for our induction cooktop. They've given us a little elbow here for our shore power. We have our tiles. In case you ever pop a towel, you've got some extra ones. Here's the telescoping ladder that is optional. Now, the mounting plate that the telescoping ladder attaches to is standard. So you just have to add the ladder if that's something that you'd like to do. And then you've got the hoses there for your central vac, and your filter is inside here. For your central vac is right here. You've got 2 110 outlets. You have your 2000 watt pure sine inverter. I like where it's mounted because you can't pack too much around it. You always want to make sure that your inverter is able to breathe. And then over on this side, you've got a 12 volt receptacle, 2 110. So if you wanted to add an exterior freezer, you could easily do that here. Then you have your resettable breakers, and it's going to give you a list of what those are for right here. And then your disconnect for your house batteries and your inverter. So if we are not lucky enough to have you as a storage customer at one of NIRVC's permanent locations where we store at least 300 coaches indoors, always plugged into 50 amp service, valet service, it makes it really nice. You never have to winterize your coach because you can, bring it to us. We'll keep it in the building so you can use it really the entire year, which is great. If you're not storing with us and you're storing somewhere where you're not plugged into 50 amp service, you want to make sure that you get all those disconnects turned off because you don't want to have any parasitic draw on your batteries. So one of the things I want to talk about is Tiffin makes all of their doors in-house and they are super strong. So I'm going to risk my life here, but look at that. you know, all my weight, which is significant, and that didn't even move. So really impressive that they can withstand that kind of weight, because one of the things that you have to think about, I know everyone does this, is that you bent over, you're getting all your stuff out. What do you use to, you know, get yourself up with? The door. And anyway, you are going to have no problems with these doors. They are really sturdy and strong. And guess what else? You're going to save your shoulders because you don't have to slam them. In fact, I have to retrain my brain because I'm so used to slamming doors. In fact, when I first started in the industry, I was like really gingerly shutting all the doors and they wouldn't shut. And someone said, Angie, they're slam doors. You have to slam them. Well, guess what? You do not have to slam your Tiffin doors. So you just like take them most away. They shut. So nice. Isn't that great? Okay, so right up above here, I've got the porch light. And then right next to that, we have the vent for our microwave convection air fryer oven. And then behind this panel, we have access to the back of our refrigerator. So no one really thinks about servicing those big appliances. This makes it really easy for a technician to service your refrigerator. So we have our midship marker light. And then here you can see our tanks. And this is actually kind of cool. Most of the time they have a panel in front of these and you can't see them. So you can see your freshwater tank here. You can see your black and your gray tanks here as well. Also, you can see those sensors, and that's what's going to give you the tank levels on your spider display panel. So that's really nice. You also have tank heaters for your tanks as well. So when you can, those colder degrees, you can make sure those tank heaters are on. Then behind this locked door here, this is where you, the gravity fill for your freshwater tank. So say that you're out dry camping, you need to add some potable water. That is where you would do it. Also, you can sanitize your tank from there as well. And right here, you'll see this tube. It comes out underneath the coach. That's going to be your overflow for your freshwater tank. So you stay hooked up to city water and you've filled your tank a little too full, it's going to start dumping the water out right here. So here at the rear axle, I want to talk about V-Ride. That is something that Freightliner adds to the chassis to give you more stability, less sway, just a more solid ride and drive. You're going to love it. So our first compartment, we have some nice storage space, and then we have our 2 chassis batteries and our chassis battery disconnect. So here we have the last marker light for the passenger side of the coach, the exhaust, and then nice storage compartment here. Our power center or fuse center for the back half of the coach. And then if you look right underneath the coach, you can see the diesel particulate filter. Check out the beautiful end cap. We've got our marker lights at the very top, then the Tiffin logo and symbol there with our rear view camera, which is colored. And then we've got the Allegro Red. Here is the vent for our dryer. And then we've got our high brake lights. We come down to our hitch here. We have a 10,000 pound rated hitch that has 1150 foot-pound of torque. Now, again, this sits on the Freightliner chassis. We have the 380 horsepower, 9-liter Cummins engine. Here's the 7-way for your tow vehicle and your hitch. And our nice Allegro Red mud flap that we still need to take the protective coating off of. And let's go ahead and check out what's behind this back cap. Power steering fluid, transmission dipstick and fill, engine oil fill, engine oil dipstick. Then we have our coolant, our Deutsch plug, so technicians from National Indoor RV Centers can plug into this to communicate with the coach. And then our engine air filter minder, so when it gets up to here, you know that it's time to change your air filter. Then we have our rear radiator, just a little radiator maintenance. Once you drive your coach around, you're going to get a lot of debris on your radiator. So you just want to take your garden hose and gently spray that off. You don't want to bend the coils, but you want to keep it working as efficiently as possible. And then you'll see this hose here. That's going to be for the air, the ambient air that comes in to your engine, then goes to the air dryer into the engine. As I come around the driver's side of the coach, we have our first marker light. Nice storage compartment here. In this compartment, we've got our 50 amp shore power cord and our surge guard protector transfer switch. And we've got our engine block heater. So if you're needing to use this, you're too far north, you need to go south. And then we have the rubber grommet here area so we can put our cord through there, keep the critters out of our coach, and shut our doors while we're plugged in at the campground. Then we have our 13-gallon DEF tank. DEF stands for your diesel exhaust fluid. Couple things about DEF: it does not like sunlight. That's why you'll see most of the tanks are black. I mean, they're kind of tucked away anyway, but it doesn't like sunlight, and it does have an expiration date. So it's good for about a year. You want to think about when you fill your tank, just so you know how long it's been in there, if you're like sitting in a park for a long time. The other thing is, if you're like buying it from Walmart or AutoZone, check the expiration date, just so you know that you're getting good DEF. Old DEF will cause you to throw some weird engine codes. Midship marker light. And then we head into our wet bay here. So a couple of nice features I want to talk about. First of all, everything's nicely labeled and it's like etched into this, so it's not going to rub off. I know that sounds silly, but cable inputs here, and then your solar input. So if you have a portable solar panel that you'd like to attach to the coach, you can do that right there. Then you're going to connect your city water here and your tank flush below that. You've got a spot for your soap or disinfectant once you've done all the dirty work. Your exterior shower, hot and cold. And then you've got your tank fill for your water and tank fill. Your 2 110 outlets, your water pump switch, your freshwater filter. And here is your actual water pump, which is really nice that they put it right here in front. If that goes out and needs to be replaced or serviced, you can easily get to that. You can see your low point drains here, and you can see our freshwater tank right behind there. And then you're going to attach your sewer hose or stinky slinky here, thread it through here, and then attach it into the park sewer system. And you've got your T-bar here for your black tank and your T-bar for your gray tank. And here's the exhaust for your aqua hot, which we'll see in our next compartment. And then here's a grommet that you can thread your garden hose, your water hose through, so that you can shut this door and again keep those critters out. So here's a drain for your fresh tank if you're going to winterize your coach, and then low point drains for winterization also. So your freshwater tank is 90 gallons, your gray tank is 70, your black tank is 50. If you're not sure how all this works, it's kind of overwhelming at first. One of the things that we do at National Indoor RV Centers is we want you to camp with us for a couple nights after you take delivery of your coach, so you can figure out everything on site. The other thing that you can do is go and watch my RVing 101 series. I go on a trip, I hook everything up, I disconnect the next day. You can see how I do everything. I give little tips and tricks. And I also have some customers that I feature that also give some storage tips and tricks. So I think you'll find that helpful, especially if you're new to RVing. I also love in here, they give you a reel here for your hose, for your water hose that you can put here, and you've got a spot for your paper towels. So once you've done all the dirty work, you can clean up and not feel, yucky. All right, our next compartment is our pass-through tray, which is so important. So you can easily just pull that out, extend it just as far on the driver's side as you can the passenger side. So easy to get to all your contents. And actually, I personally like the manual tray just because it's quicker. The powered ones are nice, but they are pretty slow. So I don't mind that. Also, you've got the light. You can keep that on so it just automatically comes on when the door opens. Inside this compartment, we have our 250 diesel aqua hot. This is going to be your on-demand hot water and your furnace once you drop below like 35 degrees. This is wonderful. You're going to love it. Also inside this compartment, you can see the fuel oil filter for the aqua hot, and then you've got your propylene glycol fill or reservoir there for the aqua hot. Over here is our hydraulic pump. So that's going to be for your hydraulic levelers and your slide rooms. And you do have a little hole here where you can pull it out for servicing and to fill your reservoir. Driver's side window that opens, and then we have our 100-gallon diesel fuel tank. For the driver's side, you also have on the passenger side, dual fill. And we've got the processor for the coach, our fuses for the front part of the coach, and we have a airline quick connect. And we've got the air hose here, so you can fill up bike tires, inflatables, whatever you need. And then we have the T-bar here to extend the front cap. Also note that this is going to be the exhaust for the generator, so if that's hot, be careful, especially when you go to pull that T-bar. That generator exhaust is going to move with it. Last marker light for the driver's side of the coach, and then we go right to the front cap here. We can extend that out so we can see our 8,000 watt Onan Quiet Generator. We've got our coolant fill, our oil fill, our generator hours, start and stop. And if you trip the breaker, this is where you're gonna have to pull over to reset that. And we have the windshield fluid reservoir here that we can fill. As I step into the Red, first thing you're gonna notice are these great handlebars. So you can safely get in and out of your coach. And then the next thing is we've got our fire extinguisher for the coach, and it's right here at the door. So if you need it outside or inside, you can easily get to it. But truly, I don't think that even for this 35-foot coach, do I think that one fire extinguisher is sufficient. So go check out my video on Protang. It's a fire suppression system. If you know anything about National Indoor RV Centers, you know this one thing. We only sell products that we truly believe in. So it works, it's great. Protect your family and your coach. I also love the screen door that you get with the Tiffin. So not only do you have the screen so you can enjoy the outdoors, the fresh air, but it's reinforced. So I know that probably 90% of us RV with our pets. That's a great thing. They get to come with us. They don't have to go to, a kennel or to a neighbor's or to a family member. They get to come along. So this way they can see out easily, and it's a strong, sturdy door. Next up is our first spider panel. So here at the bottom, we've got our battery disconnect for the house batteries. So you want to make sure you hit that off if you're storing your coach. And then you've got your step button on and off. So this is for your exterior step. Every time you get to a campground, you're all set up, you want that step to just stay out. So you want to go ahead and turn that step off so that it just stays extended and it doesn't keep going in and out needlessly. Then let's go over this home screen here. So the home screen, we can turn on our porch light or door light, living room lights, and entry lights. Now, anytime you see those arrows up and down, that means it's a dimmable light. So if you go to the living room lights and hold that button, then you get to where you can dim them. Now, if you go back, when you turn those on and off, it's gonna stay at that same level of dimness. So if I go hold again, see that it's still there, and then I can also take it all the way back up. Our entry lights, and then we can extend and retract our awning, door awning from here, and our entry door lock, our master light on and off. This is a button I absolutely love because turn everything off when you're walking out. You don't have to go back to the back bathroom and double check that light. And then you can turn off the backlight of this panel here. So if you don't want that shining at you, and then you've got your tank levels and your battery levels here. And then this is where you can do your screen settings. As I step up into the cockpit area, let's go over our storage. So we have this important compartment here. So here's the control for the Magnum inverter, basically a display panel. You can manage it here. Then we have our Girard awning control here. So you can turn your LED lights on and off here, and then take your awning in and out, and you can lock it in place too as well. Your over-the-air antenna and cable input, and then you've got two 110 outlets. Free storage compartment here. And here we have the Bluetooth relay for the spider panels. And then we've got our Wi-Fi booster that we've optioned in, and two 110 outlets. So right in the front of the coach on the driver's side and the passenger side, you have the controls for your front slide rooms. And these are hydraulic slide rooms, and I'm telling you, they're the fastest slide rooms in the industry. So they're like that quick. I'm used to like holding. They come right in and right out. With Tiffins, you do need to be have your ignition on if you want to bring the slide rooms in or out. Welcome to the beautiful interior of the 33AA. Now this is the Stony Creek interior package with the linen cabinets. So you have one other interior package that you can choose from. You have two different wood packages or two different wood colors that you can choose from. I love the light white. I think it makes it look nice and big and roomy and airy. I love it, especially with the blinds up. It's so beautiful. So I just absolutely love this package. I'll try to tell you what's standard, what's optional. If you want to know for sure, give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers where we can walk you through that. If we don't have exactly what you want on the lot, we're happy to custom order a coach just for you. So just a few things to mention that we've optioned in here. So typically or standard, you would have a recliner here, and then the sofa, we've optioned in the super sofa. And then across from it, you would standard, I believe it's a booth. And we've optioned in the dinette that I really love because this is so versatile, really useful. I probably one of my favorite setups for dining area. And then behind me, which I absolutely love, is the overhead bunk. Now I love this because, you know, even with heels on, I'm not gonna have to worry about that. So if you're super tall, you may run into this, but you know, I think you can avoid it. And I love that it gives you another sleeping area that you can just tuck away when you're not using it. Also, you can use this sort of as a safe because it is key controlled. So if you want to lock some things away, take the key with you. It's not going to come down unless you have that key. All right, so I've got the key in here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's on, and then I can bring it down. So we have a nice extra twin sleeping area over the cab, and then nice memory foam mattress there. So it's nice and thick with the springs here. So it gives us a little bit more cushion. Also, you can see that there's places to hide or store things that you want to keep safe if you want to use this as a secure, safe place when you're not using it as a bed. So the Euro Loft on their website says that it will support up to 600 pounds. So that's quite significant. And then I love that we have the Lippert telescoping ladder. So look how small that is to store when you're not using it. When you do want to use it, you're just going to put the little thread through there, drop it down, and head on up. When you're done, you can just push it up and it magically goes away. You can even leave the bedding on there because you've got a little extra room there. When you get to the top, maybe not a pillow, but definitely your blankets and sheets. So I've turned around the captain and the co-captain's chairs. You can see that adds, you know, 2 more seats to the living area here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to comfortably seat 7 people. And a little bonus is that we have the footrest here. So totally sit back, relax, and enjoy your company. And now just try to stay awake. So right here to the left of me, I've got a spot where I could put a book or magazines, 2 110 outlets. And then up here, I've got the USB charging port and the USB-C and a little spot for a drink. Here in the living room, let's talk about all the storage that we get with our beautiful cabinets that are made at Tiffin in Red Bay, Alabama. So check out all of that storage. I love it. No divider in this section, no divider in that section. So you can really get a lot in these areas. Also, Tiffin has kindly given us little touch-up paint. Now, if you've been RVing, you know that there's going to be little accidents or boo-boos. If the touch-up paint isn't quite sufficient, make sure your first call is to National Indoor RV Centers. We have the best paint body crew in the nation. They are artists. They can literally match any paint, make it look better than new, and their work is warranty for life for you as the owner. So really nice. And then over here, wanted to just pull out our big Tiffin Bible is what I'm calling this. It's just massive. So literally, I love how easy Tiffin makes it for the customer. Pretty much anything you need to know about your coach is going to be in here in great detail. Obviously, I wish I could give you all the details that you're going to get in here, but no one would want to watch that long. But basically, you can find it yourself with easy tabs. I just love that they make that so easy for you to find what you need. So now to the super sofa. I'm going to tell you why I love this option, because it's powered and you can just sit back, relax, basically go to sleep in this. And then you can get it just right for you. So you can just move the headrest if you want to sit up a little bit more, leave the footrest all the way out, and then you can bring it all just back to normal. But I love that you don't have to fight the recliner trying to get it out, the footrest in and out. So nice and easy. 2 cup holders here with storage in the center and 2 USB charging ports. To the left of me here, I've got the lift for the TV. So you can just push that button, bring up your LG 42-inch TV with soundbar. So really great for viewing. And then you've got your nice sofa over here. 2 more USB charging ports here, and 2 more USB charging ports on this side, and another spider panel. So you've got light controls for the passenger side, driver side, the galley, living room, sconces, and your backlight for the panel. TV lift, so you can do that on the left and the right side of the super sofa. And then you can adjust the brightness of the screen. And then you can also set how long you want the screen to stay lit. Now, right behind me, I want you to notice the beautiful valance. I do love this like ultra leather, like, what is that? Like herringbone pattern. It just looks nice, adds some texture. And we have the night shades and the day shades. And then we have windows that open. So if you want to enjoy a cross breeze, that mountain air or the ocean breeze, you can do that in the Tiffin. This makes into a bed. I think that recliner, the power recliner, is also bed and a lot easier. You just push the button and then it's just going to fold out and down. So now you have the great setup. You can have all the grandkids. You can have obviously 2 adults can easily sleep on here. So you can really have, 2 adults here, an adult here, someone in the bunk. This coach will comfortably sleep 6 people if you want that. I know that that's breaking the rule of drink 6, feeds 4, sleeps 2. But if you do want extra sleeping areas, this is a great option for you. So another feature that I absolutely love is the fireplace. So it is the quickest way to take the chill off of your coach at night, in the morning, any time of the day. In fact, a lot of my customers will just turn on their fireplace and then turn on their fans for ventilation, and it will warm the coach. Like, they're so nice. So you can just hit the remote, turn it on. You can set the temperature that you want it at, or you can have no temperature at all and just use it for ambiance. And you can change the flame level. So this is going to dim the flame, and you can change the color of the flame. There it is, blue for National Indoor RV Centers. And you can set a timer for how long you want it to run. It's also push button controls, but you have the little remote, so you don't even have to get up. You can just turn it on and off at your leisure. So now to one of my favorite setups. Like I said before, I love this dinette setup because it's so versatile. You can use it for your home office. So you can set here. You can use the TV as your monitor if you need to. You've got an area where you can thread cords through. So you have 2 110 outlets on each side of, I'm going to call it the desk or office area. Then we also have the 2 110 outlets here, 2 USB charging ports, and another USB charging port here. And then you can take your chairs out. We're going to make this, well, you can dine like this too. You could dine. But now we're going to go ahead and pull up the table. So how easy is that? Love that, because now you have a place for your food. You can sit here, have a nice meal, I love that. Plus you have storage with pull-out trays. So they're making it really easy to get to everything behind the table. So I just really think this is a great setup. Then when you're ready to put it down, there's literally just little levers here. You're going to click. Just watch your fingers on the way down. Plus, now that we're just having friends over, look, you have a nice little living area with seats. Pull out the table if you want to put some food out there. I just really think that's a great setup. Plus, you've got nice big windows if we put the TV down. I love this. So now to the great kitchen area here. First of all, we have the beautiful solid surface countertop, lots of prep space, but Tiffin thinks of everything. They've even given us extra space here. So we can pull that drawer out, put a cutting board on here, or use this as cutting board if we want. And it's just super easy to give us that extra space to work on, which is always appreciated. Then we've got our full extension drawers. We even have a little place for the utensils, and they are soft close. So nice, smooth, extendable, soft close drawers. And under the sink, we have a nice big cabinet, great place for a garbage can. And we can put our sink covers down there when we are not using them up here. Then we have our great big stainless steel double bowl sink. I love the covers because that gives you that extra prep space. Plus you can, you know, put a few of the dirty dishes in there, cover them up and bring the guests in. Residential faucets. I love this so they can get to all the corners. And then right behind here, we've got another 2 110 outlets, 2 USB charging ports, and we've got 2 more 110 outlets here, 2 more here, and 2 more here. So literally, you have more outlets than you have room for devices. So no complaints there, right? Also notice a beautiful backsplash. I love the way they finished this off. Again, you just have the hand controls for your blinds, so they're really easy to use. And then we have our induction cooktop, and I love that that's got a cover too, because 90% of the time you're not using your stove. You can be using that space for prep. Induction cooktop, you need pans that a magnet will attach to. Cooks really fast, and it gets hot quickly, and then they cool off almost immediately when you remove the pan. And we have the dishwasher. I love that Tiffin puts it nice and high so it's easy to get to everything. And drawer below. And above that we have our 3-in-1. So our microwave, our convection oven, and our air fryer. How great is that? So as many outlets as we have for all of those appliances, we hardly will need them because almost everything's right here. So you can bake your bread, you can fry your chicken, you can crisp up those fries. Love that. And then nice storage above the sink with adjustable shelves on both sides. And Mr. Bob has signed this coach, so that's just really special. Next up is the LG freezer with ice maker and refrigerator. Nice big freezer. A nice, really secure latch on the door. So you don't have a lock on these because you don't really need it. You have to really tug to get that open. So that's one thing you don't have to think about. Then just beyond the refrigerator, we have our pantry with the pull-out shelves. I love that because you don't end up losing what's in the very back of the pantry. So lots of storage there for all of our foods. Next up is our central back for the coach, so we can just plug in our hose there, get to the front and the rear of the coach. And then we have another spider panel here, so for our living room lights, galley lights, task lights, hall lights. Turn on the water pump, turn off the screen. We can control our kitchen fan here, so we can put that up and down and the fan speed. And then we have the screen brightness that we can adjust here, and again we can adjust the time that we have that screen on. Then we're gonna head right into our midship bathroom. So nice roomy bath. This is midship and only bath. So this is a single bath floor plan, which really optimizes the use of your space. Nice big solid surface countertop with actually extra counter space, which is nice. And they add the backsplash, which just gives it that nice residential feel. 2 110 outlets with the GFCI, nice wallpaper, a hand towel holder, and then we have the nice mirrors behind the mirrors. Adjustable shelves, and look at all that space. I love it, and I really like the adjustable shelves because my hairsprays and different things are taller, and so I need sometimes a little bit taller space. Another thing that you can do here is get those little spring bars or spring rods, and you can put those in halfway so that while you're traveling, when you come and open up your medicine cabinet, that everything doesn't fall out. Just a little tip and trick there. More storage up above here. Our fan and our window. Nice balanced toilet with the push, the pedal controls. Toilet paper holder. And then we have our shower, which this is about 34.5 by 34.5. So it's got the nice shower doors that have a magnetic closure here, so when you do close them, it seals off nice and tight, so you're not going to have water coming out. Then we've got the skylight here. Now what I love about this is that they have a cover for the skylight, because in a second I'm going to go white when I open this up and you see how much light comes in. So it's really nice because that does decrease the amount of heat that's coming into your coach. But if you need that extra space when you're showering or the light, you have it. Then we have our handheld shower head and our towel bar behind me. And then we have the shower miser. So this is one of those features I absolutely love. It's gonna save your freshwater tank and it's gonna save your gray tank. Because a lot of times, you know how you get in the shower, you let it run for a little bit so you have hot water because we don't want to be uncomfortable. Well, this way, you just turn the dial here so that it's in the recirculating mode, and then the water will not come out here. It's going to warm up. When this bulb lights up, you'll turn the dial so the water comes out, and it's going to be nice and warm. And then just inside the door, we have the bathroom light. We can turn the water pump on and off. The controls for the fan in the bathroom, and then we have the resettable breakers for our floor heat and another towel holder on the door. I love a spot for our towels. So we have more storage, which I love. Can't get enough storage, right? So I love that they make that available to you. Service panel, and then we have our breakers here for the coach. So here's our main spider panel for the coach. I absolutely love this system. It makes it so easy. You can pretty much control the functionality of everything right from here, or you can download the app, which I'm going to just skip ahead right here. So you go to your settings up in the top right hand corner, then you hit your mobile app here, download that Mirror app to your phone, and then once it's downloaded, you're going to look for that ID to pop up, and then you'll put in the PIN. So I went ahead and did what I just instructed you to do. Super easy, took me about 30 seconds. So now you can see I've got the master light switch I can do from here. I can see the temperatures of the front and the rear of the coach. My tank levels, I can turn on the water pump, the aqua hot, check my battery levels here. Full light controls here. Temperature, so I can turn on the AC, the heat pump, again, aqua hot, and I can control the slides. So the front slide, passenger side, and then the rear slides. And my door awning and the TV lift. So it's really handy, and it's just so easy to have, and it just pairs so nicely. So now let me walk you through the panel. So here it's going to give us our house battery and chassis battery levels, our floor heat. This is where we can click in if we want to turn that on. And then our rear AC temperature and our front temperature and our front floor temperature. So you have two elements for your floor heat. And then you have your tank levels here, fresh, gray, and black. Your aqua hot, you can turn that on here. And then you can get more information. Your water pump you can turn on. Then your living room lights, hall lights, bed ceiling lights, and your backlit for the panel itself. and then your generator. You can turn your generator on here or turn it off from here. Then you have your more advanced light page, so you can click into different areas, turn those on for the main area. You've got your master switch, your bed and bath, and your entry and exterior lights. So your entry light, door light, and your porch light. So this is what's nice. If you hear something outside, you hear a sound, you may want to go check it out. Or if you just want to kind of scare someone away, you can just flip that porch light on from inside the coach. So then we have our generator and shore power. Now, if you go to the little settings wheel there in your generator, this is where you can do your easy setup for your auto gen start. It's going to ask you some questions. It's going to ask you what you want to trigger for low battery, what you want your triggers to be, what you want your run time to be. So you can set all that up easily on that page. Then we go to our temperature control. So here we've got our floor heat, so we can adjust that really easy. And then we can go to our rear AC and our front AC, and we can sync the zones if we want. And we can do our aqua hot. We can turn that on from here too. We can just have our electric. If you're just going to be washing your hands or a couple pots and pans, that's going to be sufficient. If you're going to take a shower, make sure you have your diesel on, and then you have your interior heat and your quiet mode for your generator. Next up is our slide room controls. So it's going to tell you right here that you need to have that ignition on, the park brakes set, or they will not work. And then you can extend and retract them from here. And then you can go to your settings. Here you can have the controls for your galley fan and your mid-bath fan, and then your ceiling fan in your bedroom, and your TV lift. And then we'll go to our main setting page here. So you can pick your theme, Celsius or Fahrenheit, screen brightness. Then you can set the time right here, check for system updates, screen settings, diagnostics, your wireless settings, mobile app, cleaning mode. So you can hit that if you want to be able to wipe off this screen without having any of the buttons activated. And then it's just giving your coach and your model and the version that you're running right now. So really helpful. Love this panel. Next up is the beautiful master bedroom with the king size bed. We do have a nice big privacy door here. I just want to show you that. And you just press that down so that it will click in and lock into place. And then we have our nice big king size bed, storage above. So you have the same storage on both sides of the bed. Nice deep storage. You might want to get some plastic bins so that you can just put all your contents in there and then pull that bin out. You'll see that you have two 110 outlets available on either side as well. And then right below the storage, we've got our directable reading light. That's just a push button control. Same with your light here in the back. You can just push that, dim it, and then it's directable as well. Nice, beautiful headboard. And then we have windows on either side, so you can get a nice cross breeze, and two 110 outlets on both sides of the bed. Little nightstand for a drink on both sides of the bed. And I do love this. Look at this. You have space to make your bed without ripping off your rings or your fingers. And then we have a little cubby here on either side and a quick charge USB port. So check out the beautiful bedding package that comes with the Stony Creek decor option. And then of course we have our storage underneath the bed, which is always nice to have that extra storage. And we have the memory foam, really comfortable mattress. Then we have a nice ceiling fan. I know some of you can't sleep without them, so you get those in the Tiffins. Let's talk about our storage. Look at that, nice big storage compartment. And then we have a nice window, which is also an exit window if needed. Two USB outlets and two 110 outlets. Nice counter space here. And then a nice big drawer with the soft close. And more drawers. More. Oh, I know this is going to be my favorite thing right here. a hamper. I love that. Place to put the dirty clothes that you can't see. I like to have those tucked away. And then we have our AV compartment here, our Blu-ray DVD player. We've got our HDMI hookups, all of our cable inputs here. And we've got 3 available 110 outlets. And below here, we've got another available 110 outlet and USB charging port. And behind this panel is where you would service some of your AV equipment and some of the wiring, access to that. Then we have our nice big 42-inch LG TV for the bedroom. Slide door here for your washer and dryer. So this is the dryer. Kind of see how big that is. And the washing machine. Next up is our big closet. Rug from National Indoor RV Centers. That's what you get when you purchase with us, along with your AIM membership, service departments across the country, support for the whole time that you own your coach. So many things. Make sure you give us a call. We want to have customers for life. We want to take care of you. Nice big closet here. You've got a light on both sides of the closet. Nice mirror so you can check out your outfit, and another light there. So really a lot of space and very easy to get to. So I'm really impressed with how much room you have with the slides in. You can easily get to your master bed, sleep in it without extending the slides, and you can get your pantry items, your refrigerator, most importantly, well, second importance to the refrigerator, the bathroom. So no problem getting in and out there. You can be at the kitchen, prepping, doing work, sitting on the sofa, sitting on the reclining sofa. Really plenty of room, full access to your coach with the slide in. All right, so we're finally to the cockpit. Let's go ahead and go over these nice comfy chairs. That's so important that you are comfortable when you're driving, and I can honestly tell you that I think these are very comfy. And then we've got the controls, so forward, back, and then the forward, down, rear. You know, you can do it however you want, but just get it situated so you're nice and comfortable. This lever here will allow you to turn the chair around into the living room. And then right above here is the control for the backrest. Here to my left, I have 2 little storage compartments, and then a USB and USB-C charging port. Then we have the electronic leveling by Lippert. So this is something that you're absolutely going to love. You're just going to power it up and hit auto level. And when you get a solid green light in the center, that means that you're level. If you can't level, it's going to give you a message here. So you may need to move the coach and try again. If you've tried twice and you're still not level, you may want to give that motor just a second to cool down so that you don't burn up that pump. You can also manually level the front, the rear, the right, the left, if you need to. Then the great thing about this is when you're ready to leave the campground and go, you're going to push retract all, and your jacks will come up and you'll go into travel mode. And it's going to give you information on the screen the whole time here. Then we have a cup holder, and just above that we have the controls for our exterior mirrors and the defrost for our exterior mirrors, our air horn, and you want to make sure you have that on. You don't want to have your wussy horn on when you're driving something this big. Your auxiliary start button. What that button does is it allows you to start your coach if you come back to a dead coach. So say you spent the day at Disneyland. Come back, dead coach, that can really spoil a day, right? So you're going to take that auxiliary button, you're going to hold it down, and you're going to tie your chassis and your house batteries together to give you enough power to hopefully start your engine. If that doesn't work, then you'll want to hold the auxiliary start and then start your generator, get your generator started, let that run and charge everything up, and then start your ignition. So super important button. Right next to that, we have the ATC override button. So that's your auto traction control. You're going to always just keep that on in auto. The only time you may turn that off is if you're in a slippery situation where you need a little bit more traction. Then we have our park brake. So you pull to apply and push to release. Next to that, we have our light controls. So we have our auto, which is what I like to keep it at when I'm driving. Just your off position, running lights, and then your headlights. Down below here, you'll see this little green plug. That is a Deutsch plug. That's where technicians at National Indoor RV Centers can plug into your coach to get diagnostics from it. And then we've got the lever here to adjust our steering column so that you can make that nice and comfortable for you as well. So on this paddle here, we have our turn signal. We can pull it forward to flash our headlights or push it back to keep our headlights on. And then we have the windshield wiper controls. And then we push in to wash off the windshield wiper for the windshield wiper fluid. The paddle on my right, it has your transmission controls on it. So drive, neutral, reverse, very easy once you get used to it. And the other great thing is it has your engine brake. So you just go down and it's a one-stage engine brake. So now it's on, turn it off, hit it up, down is on. And then we can also shift manually if we want. So you just push in and then you can shift up or you can shift down. And then to go back into auto mode, you're just going to push it in and hold. With the Freightliner chassis, you get all this great information on your digital dash here. And I'm going to scroll through it so you can see. We're going to start in the main menu at our gauges. I'm just going to click in and then we get our transmission temperature, turbo boost, oil pressure, coolant temperature, engine load, and the gear that we're in. Fuel economy. Road watch is our safety features. So we have cruise control and we can select the following distance that we want it to be, further, medium, or low. Tire pressure and temperature. Trip 1 information and trip 2 information. Then we go to our vehicle settings. We can do our dash brightness, TPMS, units of measurement, diagnostics. So we have faults, internal diagnostics, transmission prognostics, system information, and radar alignment. And then we have the volume control for our radio, plus and minus, our horn in the center, and then we can Bluetooth our phone to the coach so we can pick up a phone call or hang up a phone call. Press this button here for your cruise control to come on. And then if you want to air up your coach quicker, you can, as soon as you turn on your ignition, press your cruise control, hit your set or resume, and your RPMs are going to raise and air up that coach a little faster. Once you're driving down the road and using cruise control, you're going to set your cruise control here. You can resume and you can cancel. This will mute your radio and this will flash your marker lights. So this is a great way to say thank you to a semi truck that's allowed you to pass them and then told you it was safe to come back into the lane. You just flash those 3 times. So thank him for letting you do that. So right here on the steering column, we've got our hazards. And then we've got our ignition. Directly above that, we've got the microphones for the Bluetooth. And right above that, we've got a feature that I really like, which is your ability for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So you just put your phone in there, unlock it, and now I can do Google Maps or Waze or whatever navigation system that you like to use. You can use here. You can play your own music. You have your contacts loaded now, so it just makes it super easy to use. So we go to our home page. We've got our nav, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or telephone. Then we can go to the other capabilities. So USB mirroring, radio, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, disc, iPod, USB, your SD card, and then you've got all the ones that I've gone through. Here are your AV and audio settings, and then this is where you can customize the settings for your screen. So here is our camera. We have 3 cameras because we've got the 2 cameras in our side mirrors. So you can see we have our slides out still, and then our rear view camera. So I can pick a camera to where I just have the one shot, or I can get all three on one screen like this. So that's really nice to have at the push of a fingertip. You can get those different looks. Then we have our step cover. So this is going to extend that step cover in front of the passenger seat so that no one falls in the stairwell while traveling down the road. We have the driver fan, the solar shade, which is the shade right in front of the driver there, which is the day shade, and then we have the night shade. We can start and stop the generator, the map light above the driver, and then our radio camera button. So we can flip to radio and our camera when we are not traveling and the ignition is not on. We can play our radio and we can see this view on from our camera. And we have the AC and heat controls, the fan control and the direction of the airflow, 12-volt receptacle, and USB-C and USB charging port. And then we have two 110 outlets. Here in the co-captain seat, I have all the same controls other than I do have one bonus control. Obviously the footrest, which is going to make it really nice as we travel down the road. And then to my right side, I have the passenger fan. Cool me off on a hot sunny day. Step cover control, so I can take that step out or back in from here to let someone in the coach. And our map light and USB-C charging port. So it's finally time for my favorite part. I know I say that a lot. So I like the inside, I like the driving, but I do love the test drive. If you've never driven a Class A diesel before, don't worry about it. You have to start somewhere, right? So the first time I started, I literally drove from our dealership in Louisville, Texas, down to downtown Dallas. Frightening. I won't make anyone do that. But there's no better way to learn than to actually get out on the road and try it. So come to National Indoor RV Centers. We want you to test drive whatever you're buying because we want you to be happy. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll give you pointers along the way. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in drive. Check all my mirrors so I can see everything. Your mirrors are really awesome. Even though you've got the side cameras too, I like the mirrors because I can see my back tires. If I'm getting close to a curb, you have time to slow down, stop, adjust, and miss it. So just the biggest advice I can give you, or the best advice I can give you, is to take your time, especially when you're first learning, because there's bad things happen when you're in a hurry. When you don't do your pre-trip checklist, you can get my pre-trip checklist. That's like a tongue twister from me. If you email me at Angie at NIRVC.com, I'll be happy to share that with you. But you just need to do your walk around on the outside, on the inside, make sure you cover all your bases and you're ready to go. When I turn on my blinker, you can see that I can see down the full left side of the coach. Now that comes in really handy when you're changing lanes on a freeway. You want to be able to see that you're alone in that lane. So we're off. Remember, we're on the Freightliner chassis. We've got the VFS, which is the I-beam front suspension from Freightliner. Plus we have V-Ride in the back, so that's going to help with stability and less feeling like there's any kind of roll when we take corners or on a freeway, entrance ramp that kind of has a curve to it. You're not going to feel that sway, but it's nice and quiet traveling down the road here in beautiful Tennessee. So one of the things I want you to put on your calendar for June is the Music City Motorhome Expo. It's a VIP shopping event like no other. It's where all new model year coaches are going to be introduced. Food, drink, entertainment, it's all included. Like I said, it is a capped event. So we only allow so many people in because we really want you to have the time to ask the questions, do your research, test drive coaches. No other show can you test drive coaches and make your buying decision because we want you to be really happy. That's our goal at National Indoor RV Centers. So now as I'm heading down the freeway, I'm going to go ahead and get up to speed. Once I'm there, I will put on my cruise control and hit set. Now I'm just going to sit back, relax, and let the adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation, all those things do the work. Well, I can officially say I'm impressed. So decibel reader at 59.9, so right at 60 pretty much. For this coach, I just think that's nice and quiet, smooth ride. Contribute that to the Freightliner chassis and the quality build. So if you don't believe me, there's only one way to find out. Come out for a test drive. So my next driving tip, and if I heard this once, I heard it 1,000, maybe 10,000 times. When I was first learning to drive a Class A diesel, was hug the left side of the lane that you're in. Everything bad happens on the right side, more street, road debris, tree limbs. They can be super expensive on our beautiful paint job. Fire hydrants, lots of things like that. So just don't stay in the left lane, hug the left side of the lane that you're traveling in. And then again, take your time. Who cares what they're saying behind you? The other thing too is watch your following distance for like dump trucks, cement trucks, anything that may be dropping any kind of hard debris like rocks. You want to do everything you can to protect your beautiful windshield. That is part of the RVing experience, is that most likely you're going to have to replace a couple of those. But the further you stay back from, semi trucks, dump trucks, cement trucks, stuff like that, the safer you'll be. And then the next thing that you have to think about when you're driving a Class A diesel is where your turning point is. When you're in your car, your tires are out in front of you and you just turn where the turn is. But in a Class A diesel, your tires are actually behind you. So you're actually going to wait to turn until the center of your front axle is at the turning point. So you're going to put your nose out there further than you want, further than is comfortable initially. Don't worry though, you're going to be fine. And then you're going to keep your eye on your rear, on your mirrors, watch those tires, make sure you're giving yourself enough room. It's really not a problem. You'll get used to it way quicker than you think you will. And I'm telling you, these are so much fun to drive. I typically take customers out on test drives and I'm like, do you want me to drive back? Because I think they're fun. You sit up high, you see everything. It's a great way to see the country. Thank you so much for joining me today on our tour of the 2025 Tiffin Allegro Red 33AA. Now I'm sure you're wondering how much this amazing coach would cost. Well, current MSRP is $437,713. If you want to know how much I can sell it to you for, make sure you give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers. And remember, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less with us. We want to make the buying process easy and enjoyable. This is a recreational vehicle. We want you to have fun from the very first time you walk through the doors until you decide to lead the lifestyle. So give us a call. We take in trades, we do consignments. You can finance this for 20 years. So what are you waiting for? Don't you know that RVing is the fountain of youth? I promise you it really is. As I watch our customers travel this country and see all the beautiful sights and be active and involved, I truly believe that statement. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you've enjoyed this video and like to see more like it, please hit the like and subscribe. Also check out the Music City Motorhome Expo, my RVing 101 series, and our Paint and Body series. Thanks so much for joining me and have a wonderful day.